about like, you know, how tour racing can be like a good training for another big tour because of all the load you get and how the body adapts to it, which then got me thinking, wait.
Well, good morning,
now
everybody.
I'm feeling like I did it all wrong for the Grand Fondo.
Welcome to the Team.
Oh, good morning.
TeamODZ live. Friday ebb.
Where's your Mel?
Where's Mel? I don't know. He's probably still in bed. Mel, come on.
He gave me a ride on earlier. I want to give him a lead out today because I'm tired and I don't want to sprint. I just want to lead out.
I had one day, it was actually the longest ride, so almost 100 miles, but a lot downhill. But that day I got reprimanded for accelerating on the front, so that was a nice moment. I mean, I spent most day in the wheel of other people, but once in a while I took over, and I just thought, well, 200 watts is suitable, but they thought it was too much.
So I'm guessing this is all inclusive where like they get you the fueling and everything too. They have a support vehicle giving you fueling stuff.
Well, not really. They have a support vehicle bringing your luggage and tent to the next campsite. So you have to survive both of the rides on your own, but there are plenty of restaurants in it.
So you do have to get like you have to get all your gels yourself and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean they was provided bananas. I mean we put money into a kitty, so we buy stuff, but not advanced stuff. So bananas and fruit. What do you call them? Yeah, but if you want advanced nutrition, you have to bring it yourself. But it's also, I mean, we only paid like $1,000 for the vacation, but then comes a food kitty, then comes that you have to try there yourself, then comes that you pay for lunch yourself, you pay for drinks, but it all comes in at a very nice price. But it's also a bit primitive, but that's the attraction.
Yeah, you want it to be a little bit of a struggle. Something to remember.
No, but it's just that it's difficult to explain, but it's a traditional form of vacation here in the Netherlands for also high-level bikers to go on a camping trip with this. It used to be another organization. So this organization that I'm traveling with is a guy who sort of copied the concept, made it a little better. Where you keep, I mean, it's typically Dutch, keeping the cost down. And I mean, you have to put up your own tent, you have to sleep in a tent. Sometimes it's warm, so it's no luxury vacation, but you definitely get the riding that you want. So
yeah, you're not recovering in a 5-star hotel at each stop.
Nope. And you have to help with the cooking and stuff, but it's normally socially it's very nice. So.
Yeah.
That sounds like an event I would do.
Yeah. I feel like when you do stuff like that, it's like it creates more of that bonding, you know? Like by the end of it, it's like you make really good friends out of it.
It's like military, like the people you go through basic with, you never forget them.
Yeah, I mean you bond on something like that for a shorter period, but I don't have the total picture, but I'm guessing we're talking about $1,500 for 11 days of vacation in the most famous part of the Alps. So I think that's pretty okay.
And side note, equal bonds with no one. Try bonding with it, won't work.
That's a nice part of this vacation that everybody is a crazy cyclist, so they're all like me. Not really the bonding time.
Yep. Yeah, it does sound fun. They do that every day.
So Ufa's like PTFE, he's non-stick.
I feel like
Yeah,
I'm Danish
so-
at heart.
We had 2 really terrible nights down in the Turin Valley. So it was, yeah, at night, it would be like high 80s and mosquitoes everywhere. That was no good. But in the mountains, it was great.
Sounds like Maine. Once you get out in those areas, it's like you gotta go up to get away from the mosquitoes, or under. You get some water, or above the tree line.
Yeah, above the tree line works because guys I was working with on the tower were complaining about mosquitoes down at ground level, but I was 50 foot up and I did not have a single mosquito.
Yeah, they don't like going that high. There's no reason to go that high. What's up there for them?
Me.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if they caught wind of it, there'd be a couple entrepreneurial mosquitoes heading on up there. Yeah. You can also come to Bangor if you're in Maine. This is a good place to get away from mosquitoes. Once you leave the city area, like the more compact area, then there's tons. But around my house, there's no mosquitoes. There is kittens though.
Same thing.
I have a new kitten now because one showed up in my yard the other day, this weekend. He's fitting in pretty good.
Yeah, I lost my garden cats during the vacation. The neighbor's cat. Well, at home there's 2 dogs and another cat, so it likes to live its life in my garden because it's more quiet. So they got run over during the vacation, so it was not good.
So I'm thinking, Jamel, that Sean Hebb is going to be your biggest competition here that I can see so far.
Who is you said Don something?
Go on.
It's Sean Hebb.
The guy that
Oh,
just sent the
okay.
message there.
I'm in perfect condition for a lead out right now. Not in
I'm
perfect
probably
condition.
not in perfect.
Not in perfect condition to sprint.
Yeah.
If it's I feel like I did last week, because I'm like, really, these weeks are like, I'm seeing a lot of good stuff coming out of it. Once again, it's at the end of summer. All of a sudden now it's like my fitness starts getting where I wanted it in the beginning of summer. But I'm seeing like huge improvements. But by the time Friday comes along, I'm ready for that Saturday rest day. Last week when I went to sprint, first I was planning something, it was really good, and it worked out well for a second until I didn't catch on to that. I should have been with the front group, not just right behind them. And then when I had the sprint, it was not enough beans. I think I did like 10 watts a kilo. That was my top. Yes. Wow. I had to get to the A in order before beans popped up in words I could choose. I did find a nice little climbing section around here that I've been doing on my longer rides because it takes a while to get there. So no matter what, it has to be a part of a longer ride with climbs on the way there. Like you go into it with 2,000 feet already in you. no matter which way you take. But then you get there, and it's like, whew, it is just hill after hill. One of them's a 20%er that like starts out like probably 17%, goes around a corner, and then it exposes the 20%, and you look up at it like, oh no, that's a long way up there. And so far I've ridden it twice, and both times I've felt like I can't do this. I'm gonna have to stop. And then I go, no, just go. Just go. But yeah, lots of hills. And then after that, it's like practically flat all the way to work. I maybe gain another 500 feet for the next 40 miles or so. But yeah, this area is, I've driven it before in the past a couple times because it is way out of the way. I used to have a friend that lived on that road. But yeah, it's just Donna Mountain, Bald Mountain. Andy should get a house there. If you're ever looking for a summer home, there's a couple for sale on Bald Mountain. No, nothing.
Oh, nothing. Hey, good morning, Ben.
It's a very aerodynamic mountain. That is for sure. Speaking of hair, though, I need to get a haircut. This is outrageous. Look at this. Look at this. This is bedhead for days. I got stuff sticking up over here, over here, over here. I think I still have the helmet shape in my head from last night.
You need the poker chuck cut so you get the hair sticking out of the helmet. That's so cool.
Yeah, he has the someone was talking about that they had talked to his hairstylist, and that he has a very rare type of hair that grows straight out, and you can see it, that's for sure.
Why when it's this short?
I would love to like do a training camp. Hey Ben, I would love to do a training camp with Pogacar's coach, though. One for me. That was another thing I was talking at Andy about this morning. That just, I was thinking about it this week with putting, I got like 2 days into the week, and I was like, well, this is like one stage of the tour and not even working as hard as they do. And it made me think about when I would feel good and be like up on the bars and just like, you know, kind of feeling like I must look like Pogacar looks, just pedaling along, looking strong. But then it goes away in like 20 miles, you know?
Yes.
And it's just like, man, the amount of durability that guy has to just like be on the last climb, 100 miles in the legs, and just still like on someone's wheel, looking strong.
Even proving that he would have got torn up if he had to race ties.
For the Olympics?
Period.
Oh.
He knows that even the great Froome, as they try and say, knows that if he had to race now, even racing now, but let's say before injury, peak fitness version, he wouldn't hold a torch. He'd be back there with everybody else.
Like low 70s and 8. There's a hurricane, except it's not one anymore.
I'm just sad that Matthew and Wout Van Aert had bad years this year.
Yeah. Man, I was really rooting for Matteo.
Oh yeah.
But then Kristen Faulkner won, so I was like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
She has the same name, so my my coworker, his last name is Faulkner, and his wife's name is Kristen. And I was like, whoa, Kristen got in, you know, blah, blah, whatever. So I kind of like, that made me focus on her in the beginning of it. And then I was watching, I'm like, oh, wow, she has good positioning. She could do this. And then at the end, it looked like it got away from her. But man, she made up for that.
I just saw she looked really stupid doing all the work, but afterwards, it was a very good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too, with the amount of experience she has. Totally looks like, oh yeah, she's just amateur mistakes, doing all the work, getting too excited. Oh, there you go. Sean just used up one of his punches. This gives you more of a chance now.
And that what? I'll just have to get off and run like I did last time.
I mean, I can do it. I'm just saying, what it was an hour, so I thought maybe my stuff, but if
I
not,
should be finishing in 30 minutes.
Hello, Mr. TML.
Huh?
I said, hello, Mr. TML.
Yeah. They, yeah, I think we got like 30 minutes left.
I can do it while I'm still here. So fast.
There we go. Six more tries. Yeah.
All right. None of this. No reason to sweat if I don't have to.
Yeah, it's already hot enough, and the stickiness makes me sweat more.
Yeah. Feels kind of sticky in here. I'm guessing, I think the humidity was supposed to go up with this storm.
Yeah.
Are you getting the storm down there?
Yeah,
right now?
I'm definitely getting it. It's not bad right this moment, but last night it's been windy. Last night they started calling for it.
Yeah, it's raining pretty good here now, but it's like in bands, and the band just happens to be long east to west, but short north to south, and it's just going right over Bangor. We need rain here though. There hasn't been much. I haven't had to mow in a while. Let me rephrase that. I don't need rain, but I hear that we need rain.
Come on, you're supposed to know about what the earth needs in its rain. You got to get in touch with the earth. You need rain too. Get you some well water.
I don't have a well.
Go ahead and tap you one. That way, when it rains, you'll be happy. You're like, yeah, a well is filling back up. I went to Florida. Y'all already know that But either way, when I went there, I taken a shower and I was like, dude, every time I wash the soap off, it just feels like my skin is still oily. Like, what is going on? And I was like, man, this house has got to be on a well. Like, it's got to be tapped in to natural water. So after I'm done with the shower, I go in the garage and I look, and lo and behold, a well water. Just so much better. Skin was feeling good that week. Shouldn't say oily, it just doesn't have that like sticky feeling when you're like afterwards. I don't know how you describe it, that like versus just being like smooth or whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh, people are sprinting this time. Oh my god. Good job.
They're all trying to beat Sean's time.
Ah. They
Sean's
did.
Oh, hey, wow.
There we go.
All right, Mr.
Now Sean's gonna have to go.
Is this what it feels like for everybody else to be this going for the sprint jersey versus going for GC?
Yeah.
Us GC guys plus domestiques, if they decide to domestique for that day. Did everybody drop off, or they're just dead quiet today?
Pretty quiet.
Oh yeah, quiet.
Man. Yesterday it took me like 20 miles to finally warm up and be like, all right, this is fun. But once I did, it was like, this is the best ride of the year.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was great. But there's just really no wind, perfect temperatures, no humidity, lots of sunshine. Traffic was finally not making me mad. I didn't have a single incident yesterday. Lately, it's been daily.
In France, they're so bloody cautious that gets annoying too when they don't overtake.
Yes. Yeah. But I would rather have that than the people who
In
are
Italy, it's like, there's a question whether they're going to overtake with 70 miles an hour or 60 miles an hour. That's the two options. But they're fairly good drivers in Italy, so normally it feels safe. Sometimes they'll be on the brakes for like 5 miles on a 10% descent. So you're asking themselves, do they know that the brakes are going to fail at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, not this time. Nobody's gonna get it.
Someone way in front.
Oh, there goes people sprinting. Maybe. Okay,
He
so we
takes
do
it.
have a new. He took it. Yeah. We have a new. Is that the real finish line or is it the uphill one?
Oh, that's the finish line. The end of the sprint.
Okay. Can we get 2 kilometers or just 1?
1.
All right.
The trick on this one is to be at the back of the pack so that you can start accelerating before I say go. Carry the speed into the climb.
Yeah. I'll try to read the pack and accelerate as needed in the front for the beginning. See what happens. And I'll try to listen to you when you say, get going.
Whip. Like Taji. Go. Get up there.
Me? Like you didn't listen last week.
Exactly. I hear this a lot. I only listen while in resting. And then once it's action time, I don't listen anymore. So I feel like I can help. I don't know, how should we do it? Should we just like stick in the front pack, get up that hill, staying with the pack and then gun it after? Or did I lead it out before the hill? And
well,
then just
it won't matter. Your lead. Honestly, you shouldn't. You should basically just take off at the go, and I have to chase you as best I can. Because the distance isn't long enough.
I mean, I'll try to keep you. I'll take off. Yeah, take off gradually.
Yeah.
No punching.
No, you're actually gonna have to punch because we're gonna need to.
Okay.
We're gonna need to like put a gap in there and try and hold it and make them struggle to keep my wheel.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because it's kind of a. Never been able to totally figure out how to do this one properly.
I think key is to have a lot of velocity when you crest the hill, which is impossible to say. But if I normally kind of fade out on the hill, and then it goes
Yeah.
completely wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, because I usually wait for the hill to give that, like, all right, here we go. Now I'm going to punch. This is where I'll get ahead of everybody, but
Yeah.
that never seems to work. So, yeah, probably getting that velocity built ahead of time
Yeah.
should help out.
And we have to keep it. We'll have to punch just a bit to see if we can gap the wheel, just enough to make them struggle for it and not get a free ride. And then I'll just slam it as long as I can. And that's if you want me to sprint. I'm more than okay with letting you have it today.
Yeah. You need a
Being that I have not raced like that in a while.
Oh, you'll be fine. Given like that race the other day, everything was there. It's just how long you can do it is diminished a bit.
Yeah.
No matter what, you still got that fast twitch going.
Yeah.
Twitchy email. I need to start doing box jumps or something. Start doing
Yeah,
like,
I need to too,
high
because the
step.
season is starting. I got near just like under a week before. I mean, not a week, just a little bit over a month before the races began. I picked the worst time to need a break, but I did it.
How long are those races usually?
If you're Cat 5, it's 35 minutes. 4 is 40, 42 minutes, some around about there, depending on how good you are. And Cat 3, 4 is 47 minutes maybe. And 1, 2, 3 is an hour. Just under an hour.
They're all relatively short.
Yeah. Children's are 25 minutes. The youth division, 2 laps.
They're all relatively short until you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're short for sure, but the speed difference is immense. The amount of power and energy you put out is not even on the same page. So by that hour, you're spent anyway.
Yeah.
Especially depending on what kind of shape you're in and how hard the course is for the day. But it's basically like warm up as best you can before the start, because once it starts, it's mayhem.
Yeah.
And the hardest part about cross is in my opinion, it's harder to start than it is to, like, by the time you get to the end, you've either lost already or you're winning. But like, there's really no chance. There's the chances of coming back are like just none. So it's just like, there is no Peloton's gonna pull you back and cross. So it's just literally like, make yourself cry for 30 minutes and hold on from there afterwards. Hopefully you have a gap or a small group that you can hang on to. And then you just got to minimize incidents.
But yeah, I figure I'll start at the back of the group. Do my punch in the group, like Andy was saying. And then, that'll give you a chance to kind of like catch the wheel as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how exactly that improves that chance, but
I
know
don't
it
think
will.
you should worry about me catching, you should just do you. And it's my job to stay on your wheel, not worry. You should never worry about how well I'm staying on your wheel. If I mess it up, it's my fault.
If Rick shoots out, then you can also just hunt him. That in itself is maybe good. And then when you catch up to him, you have a couple of seconds, and then go for it. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But
I have a feeling when I shoot out of the group, I should have some pretty good momentum going by then.
Yeah. But just make sure that by the time the numbers start counting like regular numbers instead of miles.
Like, oh, I can't hear you all of a sudden. Is it me?
No, I couldn't hear him either.
Yeah, but I think he means at the 1,000 feet mark, then the number starts being numbers instead of decimal.
What are these feet things? People should be in meters.
Yes, I mean, I'm watching load of aviation videos at the moment because I think it's fun. And it's all imperial. Yeah. So why are we accepting that while you do not accept that cycling is metric? It's
Mel's frozen.
The whole military is a metric.
Actually, the Soviet Union was metric in aviation as well. It caused a lot of crashes when they started buying Boeing airplanes.
I mean, I use imperial because it's everywhere in my life, obviously. And then whenever I start using metric, I'm like, I get confused. Feels different. I'm just so used to like lower numbers, so that when I have 25, I'm like, okay, that was a full ride. And the idea of getting to 40 for some reason seems so tough.
Life is not about being in control. Life is about being confused.
Well said. But I am getting better at metric now. I will say, like, in my daily life, there's times where metric comes up and people are very confused by it, and I can be like, oh yeah, here I come. I can pretend like I know because I have a bit of an idea.
Yeah, me too, the other way.
I feel like Jamel's just staring at me and not breaking eye contact right now.
Not even smiling. There must be something seriously wrong if Jamel's not smiling.
He's still on, right? Yep, he's still. Ooh. How much time do I have left? I have 0.9 miles left, right?
What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis? There we go, your mouse back.
There we go. Now you're muted, though.
I was can see the lips moving, but can't hear it.
That was something I was going to do when I had a coffee break. Whew. So tonight I'm going to a comedy show. It's for some reason I always forget his name. Wow.
Seinfeld.
Oh, Theo Vaughn. That's who it is. That'd be pretty cool if Seinfeld was showing up. I still always feel amazed whenever like just names you hear in like current pop things show up here, way up here in the eastern part of central Maine. Probably like Post Malone's gonna be here soon. Theo Vaughn, he's kind of popularish. Let's see. This course does a really good job breaking everybody up for sure.
Yep.
I'm in some sort of a back group for some reason.
Everyone slows down because it's so far ahead, then, and then doesn't punch it soon enough. Catch back on.
Carmen, I have to unlock the door. I forgot. Give me 1 second.
You have a coffee break?
Oh, you are unmuted.
That's it.
My
Break
bad,
the
y'all.
glass. Break the glass.
I know, right? It's too late for coffee. We gotta finish.
Yeah, we're under 5K.
Oh yeah, right. I
I thought I was muting myself, but instead I got unmuted. Nice. I didn't pay attention. I just tapped my screen and it was like, oh, shit. Well,
We've got about 5 minutes.
yeah, 5
Cool.
minutes. My cloth isn't even a dry cloth anymore, or wet. It's just wet.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna add a little lead to my chain and try to see if I could fix the indexing a little bit.
So, are we having a Rick cam or a Yamel cam today?
Wow.
Oh, no.
Yamel cam.
Mine's just lead out cam.
I guess you could do you can do his cam, but do a reverse on his cam, and then you'll see me struggle at the back.
Could do that. I wouldn't mind inspecting my heart rate while I'm doing efforts. Short effort. Plus, it'll also give a better idea of if this all blows up and doesn't go the right way. Be like, oh, that's why. This is where Kristen Faulkner started. According to the stories, it was in a cycling group in Central Park. We could be in the Olympics in 10 years. Well, no, we couldn't. We could be in the Olympics in 8 years. Yeah. We'd have to be in the Winter Olympics if it was 10 years. Up in the back. The back isn't very backy right now, though. I mean, still the back, but it's not as back as it was before.
Oh, no.
Two off the front.
Yeah, I was following this guy, but he's over here trying to cheat. Decoy. Oh, no, man, he's the same team. He's just such.
Sean is in the back as well. Holding steady. He could end up going with me, but at least maybe that'll wear him out. I don't know.
Oh,
We'll see
no.
what happens. Mimi already won.
Oh.
Here we go.
Rick's out the front. The Mel's catching on. Sean's chasing down. Here we go on the ascent. Pushing up. There goes Sean. Mel chasing Sean down. Will Sean have the legs? Keep going. Over the crest here. Yamel, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Switch to Yamel here. Yamel's now on the front. And Sean chase this down. No, Sean is done. Can he chase Yamel down at all? He's trying. But Yamel's got the answer.
Man,
And there it is.
their ability
First and second
to
there.
keep it going is impressive.
Nice work. Great tactics.
Oh, if I would have kept going, I could have gotten top 5. Instead, I started washing. Whew. When I saw that initial, when I shot out of there, and I saw you doing 15 watts a kilo behind me, I was like, uh-oh. That's what I was trying to avoid, was you having to do your sprint in the beginning.
Took the sprint again.
But
Took 9 seconds.
that was impressive how you kept that. Sean's killing it too, holy.
Well, that was kind of convincing, so whatever we did has to be done again.
Man, I was trying to make it to the hill, and as the hill's coming, I'm like, man, I don't even have anything to match these guys. And they had to put all that energy in to catch me.
Ooh.
Stop, go on. Come on. No. Go do your own thing. Hey, how you doing? You done?
There we have it. Right here in New York. Done and dusted. Thank you, Ben. Everybody else that's out there joining us on the stream. Much appreciated. Have a good weekend. We'll be back with Rick, Yamel, and probably
Come back
Ufa as
Monday
well.
to find out if Yamel survived. Oh, he did. Never mind. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I had to let them in the house. Sorry, guys.
On Monday.
And also,
Why?
thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
That's hilarious, though. That person just waited.
You're going to
at the
let me
door
finish
for
the
how long?
stream? Come on, Rick, say
That's
it.
what I thought I was doing by saying, all right, everybody, goodbye. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye now.
There we go. All right, cheers, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.